basketball community. I'm in the gym. I'm on the road. I'm in Georgia. I packed my food. Y'all seen that video when I was in the grocery store, preparing myself for what was to come ahead. And my family, they love to eat, Doc. And so I realized I now found out that we're gonna go hanging out with my aunt and my cousin. And I'm prepared. I'm going to Publix in the morning, go get some more fruit. And I'm up for the challenge. Finally have control of my life. And finally, it's gonna be a sacrifice. Like I said, my family, they like to eat. You know, typically I won't take, when I start a weight loss journey, I typically don't travel early on while I'm still really kind of detoxing and getting myself fully off the processed stuff. But I've been at this for about a month, a little over a month and a half, really seriously doing this. And so I think, I don't trust myself yet, but I think I'm equipped and to handle this because, you know what I'm saying, I realize what's at stake, and what's at stake is my life. So I packed food, I'm gonna get more. I'm in here working out in the hotel gym, so it don't stop. The work, the grind don't stop. What's up, Peace? What's up, Peace to you, Todd, man. Man, I'm on in Georgia time, man, they're an hour ahead of us. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about all that, man. We're gonna talk about food addiction tonight. We're gonna talk about it. There are 12 major components to food addiction. I don't know them all yet. I mean, I don't know them all by heart, so I'm gonna write them to do a whole video about the 12 major components of food addiction. But myself, lifelong, well, since high school was when it started. When I got a job at Checkers, and I was working the fries, and I just completely binged myself as a 16-year-old kid and gained an excessive amount of weight. Gained about 30 pounds working there and ended up losing 40. But that was the beginning of the up and down cycle, binge dieting, starving myself, doing that but drinking water for 2 or 3 days, just a bunch of stuff that was unsustainable. And it's been a 30-year journey to overcome this thing. And I have finally got to the place to where I realized, and it took me getting to a place where it's affected my health like it never has before. And when it comes down to your life or your death or your quality of life, you're gonna do something about it. It is affecting my quality of life. Appreciate it, Todd. I appreciate the accountability on here, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Philippians 13, one of my favorite verses. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I respect, man. So I'm here when everybody else is chilling. People are eating up in the hotel room. They're getting ready for bed. Boy, I had my last meal about an hour ago. And I wasn't really super duper hungry, but I'm trying to get as many nutrients as I can in my body. Because the thing is, you want to outlast what is hunger. It's called toxic hunger. True hunger is tasted in the throat and on the tongue. And I can't remember the last time I had true hunger, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Is we have these toxic wastes in our gut. And what it is toxic hunger because you got things in there called bad bacteria. And that bad bacteria wants junk. It wants junk food. It wants processed junk. It don't want nothing that's good for your body. So I've been replacing junk with high fiber foods. Foods have a lot of fiber in them, and what it's done, I've noticed, is made me regular. So I'm going to the bathroom all the time, doing the number 2, and I'm talking about the big ones. I'm talking about that shit, my body still dumping crazy waste. Much poison I was putting in my body, and I was so severely constipated, man. I mean, beyond. I mean, it was times I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, man. You know, I found out I was just so packed full of waste. Man, that stuff had my blood pressure high, my feet old. I didn't know it was possible to be as constipated as I was. And that gut health is important. A lot of people underestimate the importance of gut health. And That stomach got to be right, man, because it can harbor a lot of bad bacteria, metabolic waste in our body, along with the exterior fat and the visceral fat that is on our internal organs. That's where kidneys fail. That's where all kind of internal things happen inside our body. So when you're bored, you know, I'm focused on, see the thing is, I could go a whole week not work out, because I'm really just starting to get serious with the workouts again. But the key to your success is kitchen, man. You got to get that diet under control, man. And then not just for the purpose of being, so I don't want to just be thinner and just lose weight. So I would lose a ton of weight, but I found I still had high blood pressure, man. I still have other issues going on. But the thing is, like I really focus on taking sodium out of my diet and sugar out of my focus on just eating clean. You know, because none of those things, and I found that when I stopped eating all that other junk, I started to lose weight quicker too. Because, you know, a lot of times we think we eat right, but we can't give rid of all the sugar, we give rid of all the salt. And, you know, I was still eating a high content of sodium. So yes, by math, I was losing weight because I was burning more than I was eating, but it was taking forever. It's like if you don't get sodium under control, not only is it bad for your heart, not only is it bad for your kidneys, your internal organs, all that stuff, but it slows down your process because you retain a lot of water. And what shows up on the scale too, man. And so I've been dealing with that over the years, man. But man, I'm just laser focused, man. I've never been as focused in my life. And I appreciate y'all's support. I really do. Just know if you come on here being disrespectful, you get blocked from here to Guatemala. Because I don't have no time for no negativity. Y'all like Dr. BLS, keep pushing, my man. You're doing a good job, brother. Man, I show love to people like that. If you want to be disrespectful, the best way for my mind to stay pure and clean and focused is to get all the toxic people out off here. So if you want to be negative, just know you're going to get blocked. You know what I'm saying? Because I need positive people, positive energy, people that's focused and driven like I am. Surround myself with people with like-minded goals and aspirations. And, you know, this is a hard enough deal. Like, just this by virtue of this week, usually Atlanta, Georgia, is always hard because my family, they like to eat. We're a black American family, like to eat out in restaurants where all the salty stuff is, all the breads and the sodas and stuff. And, you know, I know my cousin got plenty. I heard her mention something about lunch or whatever. They don't have any healthy options, and I probably just don't. I focus. The plan is not to eat anything here. You know what I'm saying? If I see something, I'll look at the menu. If I see something that's extremely clean, like vegetables mostly, and a healthy carb, or some lean protein, and you know, it's light in sodium. If I can't find that, I won't be making that trip. I'll be right there when they come back. I'm gonna love on them, my family, but this is the beginning. It's early on. And don't ever underestimate your willpower. And overestimate your willpower. Especially when you've been, you know, me being a junkie for 30 years and thinking all of a sudden now I'm gonna have all this willpower and stuff. You're fooling yourself. The biggest mistakes you can make on a fitness journey is lie to yourself. You know, you can't go by McDonald's without going through the drive-thru. Stay away from McDonald's. If you gotta take an alternate route and drive somewhere else, you know, stay away from that house. Stay away from, you gotta take a back road to get home. Do whatever you gotta do to keep yourself from slipping back into those bad habits, man. And it's a 30-year process. And I'm like really strategically dealing with it, with all the issues, the emotional issues. And it's the self-discipline within itself. Because let's be honest, that salty stuff does taste good. Sometimes. Now it's starting to bother me now because I ain't been fooling with that stuff on that level I was. You know what I'm saying? One day at work, I slipped up and ate a small slice of cheese pizza. I almost threw up. It was disgusting. I'll never eat pizza again because I seen what it did to me, how it made me feel. And the thing is, I eat that stuff, it makes me, who wants to walk around swole up? You know, all of this inflammation and water weight being retained, constipation and stuff. All these just, all that bad bacteria and all that junk you eat. Do you really want to treat yourself that way? Treat yourself right. Treat your body the great nutrition. Put the right foods in your body. It's gonna make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. A lot of the standard American diet. Standard American diet. So standards, the S is standards. That's S for standard American, A and diet. So that's actually sad. And a lot of our diets are sad, man. You know, we got better choices. I'll be 50 years old in a couple of years, man. You know, I refuse to take it. And the thing is, I lied every time. I said I wasn't gonna carry that weight in my 30s. I carried the weight into my 30s. I said I wasn't gonna carry the weight into my 40s. I carried the weight in my 40s. But this time, going into my 50s, I'm honest and truthful with myself, and I'm determined this time to not only lose all the weight, but to keep it off and not carry that weight into my 50s. So I'll be 48 in October. So I got about 2.5 years left to really put this thing and make it happen. And I want y'all to get focused with me. Let's thing. Y'all can do it. You know, it's one day. It literally is one day at a time, and even sometimes one meal at a time. You know, it's not easy. Rome was built in a day. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm telling you, you're looking at a 30-year food junkie, and I'm finally starting to win. Man, this has been probably hard because, you know, this time I'm having to really lock down more than I ever had before. But this has been the most rewarding journey because I can see myself day by day winning battles. Do I lose some battles a little bit? Yeah, I do it too. You know, not like I used to. I see myself winning way more battles than I'm losing. And you can too. You can too. Just play the long game. You gonna win the war. You can do it. This your boy, Brandon Love Sports TV. Shout out to BC Lions Den basketball community. Let's keep going. Let's get healthy, baby. Let's go. It's your boy. I want to be down 40 pounds by the time the NBA playoffs are over. So I'm getting close. Last time I got on the scale, I was 33 down. I ain't been on the scale. Probably won't be on the scale until I get back. I'm going to do a beginning of the week weigh-in next week and a Saturday weigh-in next week. But I want to be at least 40 pounds by the time they crown the NBA champion. It's your boy. Hopefully it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's your boy. Peace.